All right, thanks for staying with us. Now, in a recent video that went viral, media personality Toke Makinwa said in a podcast to women to make their own money and not put pressure on the man to buy them stuff. According to her, quote, "I can never be stranded. I serve God. I did not start from yesterday. As a woman, do not put pressure on a man to buy you a house. Take yourself halfway and stop relying on men." All right, what are your thoughts? Please join the conversation and call us on 081-0764-1679 or 090-241-63440. Or you can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewOnTVC. Do not put pressure on men. Meet the man halfway, then he can move you forward. That is what Toke Makinwa is saying. You guys should not put pressure on men. Ladies, it is over to you. Is that putting pressure on a man?
We're used to pressurizing men, Abi. You're calling us now that we are the chief pressurizers of men.
No, I'm trying to see now. This is perhaps his conscience that is judging me now. I said over to you. I passed the ball to you. So let me hear your own perspective.
Yeah,
please go.
I support what that's what Toke said. I strongly believe that while I'm all for men being responsible, I feel that women should not. I tell women you have a brain, and that's the same brain in my has. If in terms of earning money and ability to be productive, a woman can be as productive, if not more productive, than a man. So apply yourself to use what you have between your ears, not the rest of what God gave you, the one that God put in between your ears, and use it to produce. Yes, you would now your success would motivate him if he's a good person. Your success will motivate him to do more, but we should not live and put a lot of pressure on men. We do it a lot as a country.
Should not put a lot of pressure. So they are still saying, you're still saying there's
a level of pressure.
because pressure is what reveals, sometimes you need to push something so that what is inside comes out. But if you over push, you would crush the container.
How do you know the good pressure and the bad pressure?
So that's why I like the context she put it. She said that what you cannot afford, what you are not able to do, maybe you are like, she gave the example of housing and all of that. It's a movement of, I am not going to put this man under undue pressure because of maybe I'm comparing myself with other people. I'm not going to put him under undue pressure because I'm thinking this is the kind of life I want to live. If this is the life I want to live, then I should be able to make the money to at least get me halfway there so that his money can then complement the half that I've already created by myself. We should stop talking about this 100% dependency on a man when we see our men having high blood pressure, our men are under, as in that they are feeling it. There is BP, heart issues.
Is it the pressure from the woman?
It's giving there are different levels of men now. You will work according to the level that you have. If like a Dangote say hello, hi, I don't get it. You don't get a house in Banana Island, baby, because that's your level. So, let me put it in this perspective, right?
It's okay.
I like that women should work. I like that women should own their own space. I like that women should have their own vex money. I call it vex money. So you can get me upset. I'm like, please don't buy again. I can afford it myself. But not in all cases, and not depending on the level that you meet. And I don't like the fact that you tell me what to ask. I shouldn't ask if I'm even dating a man that is good in the first place and a man who knows that he has to be generous. So because there are certain things that I give that you don't ask. So you don't expect me to be asking you for everything that I want. Use your head to buy some things. Use your head to flex me. Use your head. But if you are the type of man that does not have church mind, I will ask. But nobody should tell me the level. So let's take, for instance, I'm living in Lekki, right? And I want to move to Banana Island. And I'm asking for a house, and I know your capacity, your capability. That you can get me a house in, probably I've gotten for other people, which I know that you can get me. And you're not telling me I have to make money enough to be able to afford a house in Banana Island before I ask
you. Can choose
asking
to vex.
You. No.
You can choose to vex too.
The vex money? No, that's when we are vexing, we are done with the relationship now. I'm vexing away like, hello, goodbye,
I'm walking
I can
away.
take care of myself, right? But when we are still there, and I know you have capacity, I know you've been doing it for people, it's not a big deal for me to say, I'm looking at going to Banana Island. Oh, bros, what can you do for me? How far now? I shouldn't be judged for it. It's either a yes or a no. And men should be strong enough to say, right now, I can't afford this.
Bam.
Give me some time.
Bam.
Let's work towards it.
Bam.
No, it's not me that's putting pressure. I have the ability to dream. My dreams are valid.
You should have shocks.
You
should know how to.
My dreams are, no, but I'm in a relationship with you. So what's your job? Auntie, what is your job in that relationship?
Companionship.
Hold on. If I cannot directly ask you, brother, help my case, what are you doing there? I should stay alone. I should be celibate.
Very good.
Let me be taking care of myself.
Yeah,
We need to see your value. What are you bringing to the table?
You two, what are you bringing to the table?
I am the table, darling.
Then he's the chair.
Yeah, I brought the table. Yeah, you to put things on the table, right? I hear you. And I know that you speak for a category of women. And the average woman wants to be kept. By kept, I mean well taken care of. I don't want to lift a finger to work. But the reality on ground today is that it's almost impossible, right? Because
Everybody's reality is different.
Because at some point, it begins to ask you other questions. Aside everything else you're doing, what else can you bring? What else can you support with? It may not be financial in some cases, right? It may be some other things. And I think that as women, I think we should speak to ourselves that our gender should never be a disadvantage to us in achieving things. So the moment we now begin to say that I'm the woman, he has to provide, he has to sponsor me, I have the ability to dream and all that. The man also has the ability to dream. Every human being wants to be cared for. Every human being wants to be catered for, irrespective. And then I was also going to mention...
Nobody is stopping anybody's dream. I hope you are understanding this thing.
I was also going to mention the personality of the person you're with. There are some people that are good at pushing things. They are the ones that can move mountains. And if, for instance, now you marry a woman like that, and you're a man that is just really calm, you see, you can't really stress yourself. When you're expecting that type of man to be pushing things and moving mountains for you, you are going to end up frustrating that kind of person.
Are you not the one that married him? Did you not know him before you got married?
And you know that they say that opposites attract.
Interesting.
Right? They say opposites attract. But there are
Not
some
necessarily.
people also that cannot stand it. They'll be like, you are the man. And you know how it is that our system has positioned the man to be the provider, to be the sole everything. And then sometimes some men are frustrated. They cannot even live up to that reality. But they find out that the woman that is with them is putting undue pressure on them when they themselves, in some instances, are unable to do some things by themselves. Please,
Veronica, before you call,
you.
can I say something? Please, can I say something?
Please, go ahead and
the
say it.
men that I know, majority of the men that I know derive pleasure in giving. They feel bad when they do not meet up to the expectations. And that is how I believe God has made it to be. A man loves to be the hero. Life can happen that they don't have the ability to do that, you know, to the best of what they could have. Yes, to the best of what they could have loved to do. But they love, no, hold on now. Okay. But they love to do it. And you will see the joy when they provide, because that is their God-given role. And what I've also understood is when we do not give them that opportunity to provide, to be the man, to be the hero, to be the savior, you know, they find outlets to release that heroism. They must release it. So you are your family. Let me do all the work. Oh. Let me do all the hard work to support him.
Some people leave you and say, continue.
Yes, now. Continue.
You enjoy
so that I don't put pressure on him. Oh. He will find a smallie that he will be doling out to. The little that you are even giving him, he's giving to somebody else. Because he needs, I'm telling you, he needs to be a hero. So my advice is usually to support the men to the point where they take up their... I make money. You people know I'm very hardworking. I know how many things I'm doing, right? My money is sweet, though. But it's not as sweet as my husband's money. There's a way that his own money touches me. Our money. There's a way that money touches me. I feel good. And, you know, when you mention sometimes we want that 50-50, go to the clients where they are doing 50-50. I want to carry my bag now. I want to go on staycation with Toke. And my husband will say, you're not going. And I'll sit down quietly. I'll not make noise. He will not dare it with somebody he's paying 50-50 with. Their lifestyle is different. Is that what we want? We will choose one, no. We will choose one.
Let's remember we are African.
Yes.
We have a culture.
Relax. We have a culture, my sister.
Where
It's so exciting to be Veronica is going to our culture.
no, it's true. We have a
Culture
culture
here. Please.
where the man takes care of the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
You
woman
stay back
comes
and
to
nurture.
support where she can.
Where she can.
Where she can. It's not a matter of putting pressure on the man. The man knows his limits. Yes, we know that there are lazy men. There are those who are not meeting up with their, responsibilities and have chosen not to meet. In fact, there are those who will say, oh, you want to do it? I will relax. I'll be taken care of. Yes, but you see, we have a culture where the man feels proud.
Yes, so to do it.
Doing it, taking care of his wife, his children. It is where he
feels
is
like a man.
irresponsible that he now begins to act a certain way.
Yes,
Now, it is left for you, the woman, to also have a church mind to say, I will meet you here because I want you to live long.
Yes, so for me.
No,
For me,
do you see?
no, balance. I'm striking a balance.
Balance.
I will strike a balance. No, you don't
You're
forget.
already on the balance side.
No.
No, they are different.
No, there are two different things.
They are different contexts.
There are two different things. I say it is left for the woman.
It's left for the woman.
It is left for the woman
Against it very
to
much.
say, I will re-emphasize that, this is my opinion, right? It is left for the woman to say that, young man, because I'm seeing what you're doing, I will stay here.
I'll stay here.
I'll
Hold the
manage
gates
this.
for you.
Yes.
My choice.
I'll do this for you. You don't have to
Tell me that I
for
must bring
me.
half.
Except we say, okay, we want to have a conversation on, okay, these are my resources, this is what I'm doing, And I think that if you can support here, I would appreciate that. You don't force it down her throat.
So the conversation we're having is with people that are putting pressure. Like you all your life, all the work you have done, you did not afford to buy iPhone 7. You now enter relationship and said, the boy, if you love me, you will buy me iPhone 15 to show you love me. Then you are now pressuring the man to do something that even if you gather everything you have, you've worked for in the past 2 years, you cannot reach half of it.
Exactly.
And you're putting the pressure on the man. That's what he's talking about, because that's what brings disrespect to all women.
Who is the man?
Majority of women that are young women, single women, even matured single women trying to get into a relationship are being judged based on the few who are putting undue pressure on men and judging them based on their money. So you, as a very hardworking, kind, good woman, you meet a man and the man is first checking, are you going to put me under pressure? They are judging you as are you a money-focused woman, because our society has focused on the man having money, the man being able to take care of responsibility as a way to measure how, if he is husband material. So why Toke said this and I supported it was because I feel, let's take it back. A lot of women are working hard. People came for Toke for that video. They said that they know how how she's making money, but that's not true. Even I was discussing it with someone that was very, very close to me. I was like, and why would you say that? We've known Toke in the media space for over 10 years. Like, Toke is a hustler. Yes, maybe some men might support the ministry. I'm not saying men might not support the ministry, which men are entitled to support the ministry, but she's saying, I don't pressure them to support. I am running my race. As I'm running my race, as I'm jumping this mile,
you see me my level.
And you come in, you will meet that level or an upgrading. Not that I will not be pressuring you to help me, or I'm living my entire life based on one man's pockets. That is what we need to change. And many women are in that space. They live off the man. Hair is from the man. Send me money for my hair. Send me credit. Buy me phone. My mother is not feeling fine. My siblings are in school. Like, your entire life is now based on one man. Do you want to kill the man? The man has not even married you yet. You have put a lot of pressure on him.
So are we saying you shouldn't make demands?
I'm saying that I don't believe in making demands.
Or making requests.
Yes, I don't believe in making demands. I think that I would express what I want and how I would like you to step in. If it is convenient for you, a request, but not demand. There's two different things. So the request is I'm asking you for something. Demand is saying you must give me. Demand is you must. It's not semantics. You must give me, or we will not have peace in this house. If you don't bring this phone to this house, you will not have peace. All your mates are doing this in their house. You cannot do it.
Did you see
all
the
your
woman that
mates
poured
are
water
flying
on the bed that they don't buy hair?
They didn't buy hair. See, and I was thinking it was a skit. See, do you understand? That is what some men are going through.
And
That
her
is
children were
pressure.
begging her. Yeah.
That is pressure over the most frivolous thing. I want to buy Brazilian hair.
Why can't
I
you
want
buy
to
it by
buy.
yourself?
Do you understand? And you're putting the man under pressure. I want to travel. This we cannot do summer in Nigeria. I'm telling you the most ridiculous thing some women put the pressure they put on the man. You will see the man will come out and is complaining to his friends that guy,
Right.
I need to find the money for
We
ticket
need to go on a break.
because you want to travel for summer with your children so that you will flex with
It's okay
them.
now. Can we go on break?
Let's go on break. When we come
Thank
back,
you.
we will
We are
dissect
going
what
on
she has
break.
said.
When we return, we'll continue this conversation. Esheo. All right, thank you for staying with us. We've been having a conversation about a recent video made by media personality Toke Makinwa, where, let me just quote some of the things she said. She said that women should make their own money and not put pressure on a man to buy them stuff. And she said she can never be stranded because she serves God, she works hard, and she did not start today. And as a woman, if you want to buy a house, take yourself halfway and the man will meet you halfway and perhaps push you forward. Then she talked about not relying on men. What are your thoughts? You can join the conversation on 081 0764 1679 or 090 241 63440. I recall you wanted to make a statement.
So I hear Toke loud and clear, Toke and Toby loud and clear, and I understand where they are coming from. But I don't think her conversation is in the context of that. I know that when we started, at least we've known each other the longest here, we started very little. We started at our level. We met the young men. I met my husband as a student in the university. Not buy me anything, not take me out. One acting school.
And now he has...
So listen, now, I'm just telling you. So that wasn't the focus. The focus was you have potential. And the focus wasn't even married till we now finished school and got to that level. But then the focus was you have potential, you have potential. Yeah. Can we work together? Are we compatible? There were more important things that were the focus, right? And when we started life, we had this way of contributing, you know, with each other, just to support and all that. But I could see that this was a man who would take care of me if he has. This was a man who would look out for me. This was a man who would do, you know, I don't even need to open my mouth to say I need this before it comes, right? I understood that. But then we got to a level where, oh, honey, I'm just chilling and having a blast. I'm having fun. I'm balling, right? And it comes with ease because we have grown into that. But I don't think that's the context of what this conversation, these people were having. These people are having conversation at a level of when you are dating. And it's not just dating somebody you want to marry. It's dating even the extra ones that come, leave their family at home and come and look for you. So let us break down the conversation. If somebody comes to look for you, so why I agree that you date at your level, so you understand, you look at him and you say, I'm not going to put my life responsibility. I've always been against people who would start dating somebody and all their life responsibility will be on the person. A young man who is just starting life, who is just managing to pay for a flat and all that, then you are paying school fees, you are doing like Tope said, it's a no-no for me because that's not where the man is coming from. But if you are dating somebody who probably has another family somewhere and he wants to have you as well, and you want to be managing, you manage with young boy, you manage with married man, let us be telling ourselves the truth too. If you already have something established and you want extra, you will pay for it. You cannot tell me how much I want to request for because you are the one coming for me. If you don't reach your pocket, you carry your leg, they go. You know, I like to be real. And I know that these things happen. Even when we are pretending it does not happen around us, it happens under our nose and we see it. So my advice is, it's okay to make your request. Your request, they say, ask and it shall be given, Abi. Sorry, I'm quoting the Bible in this situation. But your request, you can ask. And if you cannot meet it, you should be man enough to say, I cannot meet this and take a walk. Don't blame me for asking or guilt trip me for asking or make me feel insensitive for asking. If you zero into that woman that poured water on the bed for a week, you may be shocked that she has caught the man with several babes, that the man is funding. Because before a woman, listen. She didn't have to I'm just saying. Sometimes you will see the action. We don't know the causal effect. No, hold on, sweetie. I will not go to that length, even me. I'm just saying that sometimes we see the action. We don't see the causal effect. It
Why
could be
she
that
won't
she
buy
has
for
found.
herself?
I don't understand. And
Why
you're
she
marrying
won't
me.
buy-
And you're carrying my money to give other people
Okay,
outside.
we
I
have
will not
a
collect my
lighter on
share.
the line.
Don't tell me that.
It's fine.
down.
We
Buy for
down
other
the bed, the
Olaitan
next option.
on the line from Surulere. Olaitan, good morning. Go ahead with your contribution. Olaitan, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I have heard this, and most comment you guys are doing fantastic.
Thank you.
The on the ground and the situation of our nation now is it's just based on monetary activity, which means we don't look, many of us don't look about the value of individual nowadays. What we are looking at is the capability of financial situation.
Okay.
Now, if we digest it down to our religion, it's like I think it's the teaching in the religious sector now. I don't want to mention whether Muslim or Christian or whatever. There are some religion body now. Before you can propose to marry in that particular religious setting, you must present your bank account and where you work.
Okay. Oh, unfortunately, I hear Olaitan is out, network challenges. But if you can, do call us. I would have loved to hear that narrative of, okay, what religious organizations or religious houses are doing. If they ask for your bank account where you're working, I believe is to prove that you can take care. You can take care of the person. Even though there are some who would think that is going the extreme. But they want to understand that, okay, you as a person, you have something you are doing, because there are those who claim they are doing something, and at the end of the day, the church finds out that they are not doing anything at the end of the day. But someone wanted to say something, yes.
So, I hear you, and I love you.
I love you too.
However, I have related with students on campus. Okay, so I have this radio show that I'm on, and it's a campus radio, and so we have students come on board. And so this conversation came up. Should you put pressure on the guy that is a student that you are dating or not? Would you believe that in that room, all the ladies were like, why am I dating him? Students, less than 21. Why am I dating him if he cannot buy my wig for me? Why am I dating him if he cannot pay for my house rent for me? I said, that is the responsibility of your parents. And not a boyfriend. So we would see that this has eaten deep into our system. We may just think about we are pressurizing a man, you're not pressurizing a man, but even the generation coming after are
They've
not
taken it to another
they've
level.
taken it to another level. I mean, so when I was a student and I was dating somebody that is equally a student, I did not expect that he would be the one funding me. I knew that was the responsibility of my parents. So when we see that students now are expecting that their boyfriends will be the ones to fund them, we see that this is a deeper issue. And guess what? When the guys in the studio spoke, they were saying, how can I have a girlfriend and I'll not be able to buy hair for her? Students less than 21.
Surprised.
Yes.
Where are they getting the money from?
That the guys wants to take up the responsibility. Remember I mentioned culture.
Yeah.
So when we now see what happened in Port Harcourt, where a young person in Uniport, murders his young girlfriend to do money rituals, we can see that what spiraled into that end is a whole lot of societal, what we have made societal norms that is now putting undue pressure on someone. We're gauging a 20-something, an early 20-year-old boy based on how he's able to take care of an early 20-year-old girl.
In fact,
and that's their mindset. That's what they're thinking about.
Go back to that video where we saw the woman pour water on the bed. And her children were the ones calling her, telling her to calm down. What kind of message is she passing across? she is telling her children invariably, you should put pressure
to get what you
your
want.
husband to
Or
get
your
whatever
boyfriend
you
or the
want.
person that is-
At the end
I
of
mean,
the day,
it's also-
now it's a chain. We are breaking it down now to values from the home. What values are we inculcating in our children? How are we helping them understand each role? The role of the parents, the role that whoever, as a boy, as a girl, these are your roles. How do we bring them up to understand their roles such that they can embody it? The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. I am quoting the Bible because that is what I know.
Yeah.
Now, if you train your child in such a way that he knows he is the man, and that he has a responsibility of providing for his family, he will tailor himself and work towards that as you guide him as a parent. It's very important, guidance. But what we see these days, parents put pressure on their children
Go and bring from outside.
to bring resources
Don't you know
home.
how they are doing it?
And so the children now feel that I have this responsibility to carry.
Step up.
I take care of my parents. And so if
of my
I
younger
have
ones?
I take care of my younger ones. If I have a girl, then
should
I
be
have
able
to
to
also,
take
I
care of
should
her.
be able to take care
How?
of her.
You
So
don't
I will
marry.
have to go the extreme to the extreme to provide.
Yeah, so Veronica, there's a part of parental failure
Right.
in all of this. Because I remember when we were growing up, it was still rampant. It's not what is happening now, it happened in our time. But it didn't happen to us because I, for instance, let me speak for myself. I came from a home where if I bring slippers that is not my father that bought, I will say where I brought it from. Because he took care of me from beginning to the end. I've said this over and over, he was buying my undies, even as a university student. So I had no reason to date somebody for money. But,
Can you hold the
Okay, I'll
the
hold
thought?
it. Yeah.
We have Udoka calling from Owerri. Udoka, good morning. Go ahead with your contribution. Udoka, are you there?
Yes,
Please, go ahead quickly.
Okay, I like you put the discussion, but there's something I want to ask, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, if you're in a relationship, right, and you're this kind of a person that maybe you like surprising your girlfriend,
It's okay.
is there anything wrong about that?
Is there anything wrong about surprising your girlfriend? Is that the question?
Yes, maybe.
There's nothing wrong.
Her, maybe house rent, feeding, maybe things like that, stuff like that.
If you have the funds to fund the surprises, I don't think there is anything wrong with that.
We're discussing against
pressure.
about pressure.
So what we are talking about is not putting yourself under unnecessary pressure
Yeah.
to surprise your girlfriend, you said?
Going to steal to surprise him.
Right. You don't need that. But we need to quickly go on a break. When we return, Udoka, are you still there? Before I go on break. Okay. We need to quickly go on a break. When we return, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.